Hello, hello. Can you hear us now? Hey, we are Dicey Decisions, and this is our Tales by Pyrelight Daggerheart campaign. Finally getting back to it after a long hiatus, but we are here with episode 3. Previous episodes are available on our YouTube channel if you want to check that out and come back and watch this one on our YouTube channel. That's great. But if you're watching with us live, welcome. And if you're watching with us later, thanks for watching. We also have 2 other campaigns that we stream weekly. We have our uh, Zeros to Heroes campaign on Monday night, set in the world of Taldore, D&D campaign. And then we also have our um, Twist of Fate campaign on Friday night, which is playing a long campaign from level 3 all the way to level 20, playing through Vecna Eve of Ruin, and we are nearing the finale of that campaign. It's getting super intense and super exciting. So come check those out or check out those online. So welcome back, everybody. It's been a while. Super excited to be back at this. I did, because it had been a while, I did watch our previous 2 episodes today to catch up a little bit on where we were and make sure I was following the story thread. But the one thing I forgot to write down, and I'm hoping one of you has it in your notes, is the name of the person you are seeking.
Yes, I have that somewhere. I have
Oh,
that in my
good.
replay
Oh,
notes.
I'm
Let
seeing
me
He's a
pull up
someone.
the
frog.
replay.
I remember
I
it being a
definitely have
frog
it.
man.
I
Yes,
didn't
he is a
finish all
ribbit.
the notes
The
yet.
ribbit.
He is
Okay.
he is a
Yes, he's a
frogman,
ribbit.
Cree?
and we know
Hold up, let me pull it up. Characters.
I
My
have I
computer's
have
slow, so.
Cree written out next to it, but
Yeah, I take lots of notes on like index cards and then they just fall all over my desk and then go away. So,
Understandably. Okay, it's loading. Okay, journal. He is um Crean Keymore. His name was Crean.
Cree.
Yep,
Okay.
his last name was Keen Moore. He was a ribbit origin of name scholar from Celcine or Celsius region,
He's
when
Celsian.
Celsian. Okay.
okay, so his name is what?
Crean Keenmore is
Crean.
what I
That's
have written. Yeah, Crean.
okay. Great. So, uh, playing a little bit of recap here. Our heroes have been had chosen to go find a missing uh, um, scholar of sorts who was on a caravan that got attacked on its way to their town. Um, in doing so, they made their way last session out to the site of where the caravan was attacked. Several guards had come across the attack and had salvaged what they could of the caravan. Caravan was There was no sign of any of the horses that were pulling this caravan, so they must have gotten taken and eaten. It was believed that this caravan was attacked by some large creature, so they were investigating that and hopefully trying to find where this missing scholar went, as well as see if there was any other clues of what was attacking and for what reason. In doing so, they found the shallow graves that had been dug by the guards that came along for the 7 um, victims that were part of the caravan, and there's one more who is missing still. It was a ribbit, a wizard. So he's disappeared with his, or what we assume is his map case. Was a case of maps that was on the inventory of the caravan, and that was not found at the site by the soldiers. Um, so it is believed that possibly this wizard took off with the maps and is out here somewhere by themselves, and it is not a good place to be. This is an age of Umbra. campaign setting campaign. So being away from the Pyrelight is a dangerous place to be, as many of the creatures and denizens are umber touched. In their investigation, the recently deterred or interred, I think interred is the right word when you bury someone, interred
Mm-hmm.
corpses came to life and attacked the party. Did a number on poor Ollie as the zombies kind of took multiple bites out of him and dropped him down. Uh, and and Ollie ended up after the battle was won, waking back up with a scar and has a severe uh, repercussion from said battle. Mechanically, we were all still learning the Daggerheart system, so we had a opportunity for the death action to come up, and Sean, as the player, chose for Ollie the what is it called? The live another day. Is that it?
I do believe that's what it is.
Um,
It was not his time
Eh,
to
right.
go out in a blaze of
So
glory.
there's a
we
blaze
were
of
so
glory.
glad.
There's a risk it all, and then there's a I'm gonna play this one safe and take the scar, take a risk at getting a scar, which he rolled poorly, as was his knight, uh, and and got a scar. Um,
What else is new? This is pretty much the story of my D&D career on Friend of the Stream Fantasy Grounds.
right?
Well, and
Yes.
in real life too, actually, I did go home from Origins with the dice jail from the all-day session for rolling the most crit fails for lunch.
Oh no.
Nice. Well,
It
the
comes with that.
in addition, once the zombies were put to final rest by the party, Loma decided to try to commune with one of the bodies and successfully reached back into their actual life, not their life as a zombie, which took some effort on her part. But she was able to see that the large creature that attacked this caravan was not Umbra touched. As a matter of fact, looked extremely healthy and vibrant, and unlike the beast you normally would find out here. So the beast is somewhat of an anomaly based on standard practices in this region. And then Ali was able to investigate and follow some tracks, seeing where the rivet went, dove into a pool of water, came out the other side, dove into another section of the swamp. But at that moment of seeing that, Ali also noticed in the pool of water there was something shining down at the very, very bottom. And that's where we left off. Oh, and I believe Dazen was avoiding everyone and quite frustrated with the fact that they were being manipulated and lied to. So I wanted to touch on that and remind everyone of that.
Yeah, uh, Des is not happy
Mhm.
with everybody but Aura. Aura's fun.
Okay. So, uh, since it was actually Ollie that found the glowing spark of some sort of light in the water, is where we left off. I will leave it to you to choose how you want to react to that.
Um, I will go ahead and call everybody over. It's very dangerous here, and I almost died. And aside from the whole, being able to control the ether weave and stuff like that, I am a pretty above board fellow. So I will call everybody out. Oh, excuse me, I've found a shiny thing. Perhaps we should look at it. It is in the water, though, which might be dangerous.
Or we'll
I'll come
creep over
over.
too. Yeah, I will come
Yeah.
over and look.
I was
I'll
following the
come over
tracks
too,
of
but I
our
just still have a hold of my
amphibian
axe.
friend, and he went into the pool here. and there is something shiny where he went in, and I will point it out. How far down is the bottom of this pool? Can I tell?
It's pretty far down there. It's pretty deep in this section. This is almost like, you know, think of this less as like a swampy area and more like a sinkhole part of a swamp. It's a full
Would
body of water kind of feel.
would you say that it is within far range?
I would say yes, it's within far range of you, the glowing thing that you saw. And once Ollie points it out, the rest of you can see it as well.
If you do not mind, I believe I can get it up without anyone getting wet.
That'd be great. I don't like water at all.
I
Interest
just,
close.
did not want to do anything, sneaky or dangerous without telling everybody else.
Again,
And he will kind of concentrate for a moment, and like a little hand kind of pops into existence in front of him. So this is magical hand,
Nice.
and it just whoop goes down to the bottom, grabs the shiny thing, and whoop comes back up.
Okay, so is this a power I can read?
Yeah, it is a power you can read. It is in the Book of Typhar. You conjure a magical hand with the same size and strength as your own within far range. That's the whole description.
Okay, so you go send it down and you send it to grab this thing, and this thing is attached. It's going to take a tug. Do you do that tug?
It's attached. Before I tug, because that's weird, I will say it seems to be attached to something. I can pull, but this is weird.
Um,
Do I pull?
Loma will start slowly crouching down, and in her manner of being very like observational about the things around her in this type of terrain, she'll just scan, make sure she's safe, but specifically like almost like a 6 foot circle in that water in front of her. Just make sure there's no immediate dangers for if she was to put her hand in to cup up some water. And as long as it's safe, she will do so. As long as there's nothing like in the water that seems like it's going to attack her if she enters it. She's just very aware of that.
Give me a instinct roll.
Instinct roll. Okay. So that will be pulling up the right area. Instinct roll. I can do it on here actually. If I were to press this. That is a 12 with hope. Or
All
actually
right.
a 15 with hope.
All
But
right.
yeah.
Excellent. You can take that hope. If it, I
Cool.
don't know if that auto populates to your character sheet or not, but
I'm
um,
already at full. But yay.
okay. And with a 12, what you see is you notice that there's nothing dangerous in the water at all.
Mhm.
Um, there seems to be a high level of microorganisms in the water,
Okay.
and maybe even
Okay.
some small tadpole-like size creatures in the water, but nothing that feels dangerous or or threatening. Nothing that looks
Yeah, there's just a
violent.
higher presence.
A higher presence than you would expect.
Yeah, so she would be like going down and observing as she's looking, but reaching as if she was about to scoop up a handful. And as soon as she crouches down, her hand stops right before the water. And she's not gonna quite touch it, but she's not gonna like jump away. And she's just gonna like sort of sit in a trance and sort of observe it a little bit, make sure it's not anything like super, super out of the ordinary, just a high concentration. But she's sort of fixated on that at the moment.
just as Loma crouches and puts her hand down right above, just before it's obvious she's not reaching. You're gonna hear Orve give a little bit of a hiss, a feline-ish hiss, and and then turn to the side, and she's whispering, I know, I'm sorry. And then she turns back around and watches what's going on. She's not talking to any of you.
Zin
Okay.
is gonna step forward and very carefully change how he's holding his axe so that he can poke at whatever Ollie's phantom hand has a hold of to see if he can dislodge whatever it's attached to or stuck on. I
It's
lose my
probably too
axe for
far.
this. You're getting me a new one.
It's probably too far down as you step closer. It's probably too far down beyond the reach of your axe.
Can can I give it just like a little experimental tug? Like, does it feel like it's got some give? Is it like stuck on something, or do I get the sense it's like in the mud? Is it like tied? Do you know what I mean? Like, is there
Yeah,
some
yeah, yeah.
play? Is it like a string?
Give me a analyze check, a knowledge check. I think
All
that's a
right.
fair.
Uh, a 12 with hope.
Nice. So take that hope if you have a slot, and
Wow. I
uh,
got a
with
wow. That's wow.
We don't
yeah,
Imagine.
usually get those.
yeah, yeah.
Imagine having hope.
You guys have rolled twice, and I haven't
Uh,
gotten a fear yet.
I think I
Uh,
Shh.
maxed out your fear tracker last time. Just
you
myself.
did, you did. Um,
Oh boy.
I spent a lot of fear, and I still have 8. So, um,
I had a
but
bad time.
as you're feeling that, what it kind of feels like is it reminds you of being back home pulling weeds, right? Like it feels like it's tethered
Like into the
below it
dirt.
into the
Yeah.
dirt below it. You know what I mean? So you do
Yeah.
feel like you probably have the strength to pull it out. The question is, do you want to?
Got it. I will say I think it feels buried and not tied to someone. So perhaps it has settled, or the silt, it maybe is very heavy, but I do not think it is like tied to something or secured there in any way. I think it is just a buried thing. But uh, then perhaps the business end of your axe could be helpful when I pull on this. I do
My
trust
axe
it
could be useful on
a lot
you
more
right
than
now,
many
but
other things.
fine.
I will
Yeah,
certainly
Loma
replace your
will
axe if you lose it, but I have a feeling that you are extremely capable with it and probably will not.
Capable indeed.
Yeah, Loma will stay crouched and watching now instead of the water. Watch where Ollie's hand is tugging and make sure to be like on their guard for if something were to pop out
Okay,
towards them.
on the three, I will pull. One, two, three, and I will yank with my magic hand. It kind of looks like I'm like piloting a marionette, sort of, and I just like pull it out.
So you feel that kind of pressure, and then you feel that snap of release, and you're able to pull it the rest of the distance up to you. And as you pull it, you're taking it out of the water.
Yes.
So what you see is an actual weed with a slightly glowing bloom on the end of it that was under the water, and but the glow is starting to slowly fade, and as the glow comes up out of the water, each of you gain a hope.
Oh,
Oh, well, that was
but that
very nice.
but that glow fades.
we did 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 you kill it?
I do not. I mean, it is a plant, so probably.
Well, with Loma's experience in like just scavenging the wilds around, would she have ever experienced anything like this in nature ordinarily that like does something positive in that way without like obviously like brewing a tea or something like that, but like this just innate and seemingly magical?
You can
Or
make me
does
a
she
no-
not feel it as such?
you
Or
can
does it
make
feel
me
like
you can make me a knowledge check.
okay. Boop, 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 plus 0. That's an 18 with fear.
Ooh,
We just had to
I'll
Eee.
talk
take
about
the
how
knowledge.
that
Knowledge. Well,
helps.
you know too much and have delved too deep on this
Oh,
topic.
What?
So you have a distinct memory in this moment of
okay.
being scared and feeling that hope wash over you from a source of light reminds you of what it's like after having been afraid and out in the umbra touched regions to get near a Pyrelight. And
Mm,
this was very similar to that feeling.
interesting.
I know
Cool.
that Orve backed away and acted like she was gonna explode if she touched it, like any good cat. But she's done a lot of traveling back and forth through all of this. Has she seen anything like this? Any plant life that does this kind of thing? Or
You can make me the same knowledge check if you wish.
you just want fear? Hold on.
You're asking if you know something. That's the
I
mechanics we
know,
have.
and I didn't have that sheet. I didn't have that sheet open to notice that I have a -1 on that one. Dang it!
It's
You just got
okay.
rated.
All right.
Yay! Hey Raiders.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome,
Oh,
welcome.
but it was
Oh, that was a
with a hope.
crit.
Hey,
That's a crit,
it
right?
is a
Two
crit.
ones?
Double ones.
Double ones is the worst roll, yet the best roll at the same time. So that counts as a critical success, which means you clear a stress if you have one.
I get a
You gain
hope.
a
Ooh,
hope.
Raiders.
You gain a hope if you have one, or
I
have a slot open
I
for it.
do.
And it is a critical success, which I'm going to say that yes, you have experienced a plant like this before, and give you the opportunity to tell that story of where you saw it, what you're remembering in this moment.
Um, after Orave has stopped apparently whispering to no one, um, she's gonna
Definitely no one.
turn, kind of shush her right shoulder, like, I've seen these before. I've seen them. I haven't messed with them. I didn't know they could be. I didn't know you could kill them. But I'm assuming she's probably not seen them do anything, but she has seen it in her travels, and she's a little taken aback about as you cut it dimming, and I don't know why that struck her so, but it has. She's never encountered one personally. She's just seen them dotted along in the water and up water's edge as she's traveled through this kind of swampy area to get back into um, Amber Reach.
Yeah, and you do recall that same feeling of passing by them and gaining hope. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
And
it brightening your outlook in a very dark place.
Nora just thought it was because it was light. Oh,
Right.
that's pretty.
Hmm.
It lightened the mood, kind of thing, and that's why she's a little disturbed by the fact that it just got dimmed.
And what it starts to, as everybody starts to piece all this together, it starts to remind you all that the the fiery beacons that are used, the sacred pyres in the cities, are lit from what is known as a blessed branch. And those blessed branches were found and highly sought after to find them. Um, but this is not those. This is an underwater version of something like that. So, and the fact that it didn't maintain its power after being plucked means it's not as mature as those blessed branches that are what are used to light to keep those pyres lit. But this is a massive finding, what you have found, in that there's the ability to have safe spaces underwater.
Too bad. I'm not going underwater ever to find out.
Do I like as the light dims, do I get the sense that it is like ether touched, right? Like is it the same kind of power as the ether weave and it's like it's magical sort of in origin?
Well, that's the tricky thing, is that, it that's a level of belief system. Is the
Sure,
ether is the ether responsible for the sacred pyres? Or
sure.
is the sacred pyres another version of magic that is separate from the ether, right? And you could have philosophical debates with for days about that with scholars and whatnot. So
Understood.
if you believe that the pyres are form of the ether, then maybe this plant is attached to the ether too. I leave it to your assessment of that. I'm not going to define it from a broken piece of plant in your hand, right?
Oh, you're not going to solve the mysteries of the universe right here in session
Exactly.
three?
In session
Oh
three.
man, I thought I'd just make a knowledge check and we'd like have the problem solved. Dang it.
Lore unlocked.
But it is fair to
I mean,
say that it's magical in nature somehow, right?
yeah.
Like,
And so it's not as shiny, right? Like, so the kind of the feeling has sort of ebbed out of it, but I am going to very carefully sort of, is there a place around here where the water is very, very shallow?
yeah, you can find another section. Not this pool
Okay,
is quite a sinkhole, but you can find another
sure.
one.
I'm gonna get like some of the same kind of mud and water and that and like just put it in like a small like bowl that I have essentially and replant it.
Oh, sure.
Nice.
So you're gonna attempt to replant this. Okay, remind me of that several like days from now, right? Because we'd have to check
Yeah,
on
all
it
right.
later on. So
And more
Yeah,
episodes.
okay.
so
I'm
write
gonna
it, write yourself a
activate.
note that you have this.
I am doing this right now.
Yep.
Replanted sacred kelp.
Loma will start to, still without getting in the water per se, but almost like comically, physically controlled, like tilt from the waist over and just sort of look into the sinkhole area. Obviously, she may not be able to see very far depending on light exposure, but she's just going to see if she can see any more hints of those lights leading anywhere, like if there's like a safe path somewhere that
All right.
started the one that we just picked.
You can give me another instinct roll to see what you see in that regard.
Okay, instinct.
Uh-huh.
Let's roll. That is a 8 with hope.
So,
Hey.
so you get to take that hope if you need it, but also know that it's probably too murky down there for you to see. You're definitely not seeing any additional light sources. There was just
Okay.
that one point of light that Ollie had seen, and now that that light is not there, it's really hard to see down there.
Anyway, yeah.
So you're sure there. What you are sure of is there's no more sources of light down there that you can see from here.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
seeing anything else, any other details, is kind of out of the question from where you're at.
Yeah.
Can we see
This
Any others? If
This
we
may
start looking for it out in the water,
Where are you looking?
just if we're like here, kind of just looking out, because you said that this was more of like a
So this
open.
is kind of like, if you remember from the battle map, this was that you had that land bridge that you
Mm-hmm.
guys were looking on where the caravan was, and this was the big pool of water. The other side of it, there's another little smaller land bridge, which is where you're standing now. So are you looking back in the same pool of water or out the other way to the rest of the swamp?
Out the other way.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a uh, instinct roll there.
Okay, we like instinct. 22
Ooh,
with hope.
excellent. So you're looking out there and you notice that there are not necessarily any of these glowing flowers that you can see from where you're at, but you do see plant material sticking up out of the water here and there that is similar plant material.
Okay.
So there could be more out there. You just can't see any from where you're at.
Okay, just curious.
so Ollie will kind of sort of be contemplatively looking at this and do are are ribbits like aquatic? Can they breathe underwater? Or are they amphibians like frogs where they have to sort of breathe on land? I honestly don't know.
Amphibious. You can breathe and move naturally underwater as a ribbit.
So I'm just sort of looking very thoughtfully at this glowing plant, right? And looking at the tracks where they went into the water. If I were making a society of people that could be under the water and I wanted it to be safe, I would put it near where these grew. Yeah,
I
sort of
think
that way, possibly.
I think
We
there's
may be
more.
onto something much bigger than just one runaway ribbit. There may be a city here we have never discovered. We could have neighbors.
It looks like there's a lot of them that way, but I'm
And
not
me
going
without
to
my
find
bow.
out. Not gonna look. I'm gonna trust someone else to do that. I'll stand guard right here.
Loma, Loma, knowing that, is very intrigued because she's never seen something like this per se before, and will take a step finally into the water towards those lights.
Again, another hiss from Orve.
This section that you're walking towards is the less deep section. It is more swamp. How far do you let yourself get in up to in terms of depth wise?
I'll walk into my knees and pause.
Okay, so if you
Um,
walk into up to your knees, it's very muddy and mucky, and you disturb a bunch of you know uh, mosquitoes and things like that. Um,
um, Orve, when you sort of did you describe the vision that you saw of kind of what happened to the caravan when you spoke to the Fed?
Oh, Loma?
Oh,
For
yeah,
me,
Loma, sorry.
yeah. Yes, I did. I believe
Was
so.
the creature aquatic or was it a land creature?
It was aquatic, correct? And it jumped back in.
yeah, it came from and went back to the water.
Yeah.
It seemed
Mm-hmm.
very, very at home in the water.
This could explain why it is so healthy
That's terrible.
compared to everything around if there is no blight here.
Oh, I
I
thought you
think
meant it was
it
eating
lives
ribbits.
in community.
I no, I mean perhaps it is not the community, perhaps it is the den of a very healthy and aquatic predator. Huh. Sort of a little from column A, a little from column B. Um, but we
So
do
is
know that the
he
ribbit
on
went
our
that way,
side?
and we do know that the creature came from that way also. So, assuming we'll find one or the other or both if we were to go that way. Um, but I do not want to swim. At all. I do not want to do that. I know Orve does not want to do that, so I am going to guess that Zin does not want to do that, based on the scowl. So, boat? Do we make a boat?
Make a boat?
Do any
We
of us
have
know how to make a
lots of.
boat?
We have
Loma
lots of
almost just
wooden
like
boats.
comically not listening to any of now what they're talking about is going to standing with the knee-height water, bend over in half and sort of stick her face in the water and just look forward with her eyes open and see if she can see anything underwater that she couldn't see above for whatever reason.
Big
Ollie will
hisses.
just sort of like trail off as well, we could get a boat.
All right.
And I'm gonna, Orve's gonna like hit Zen and be like, stop her, stop her, stop her.
If she wants to drown herself, who am
I'm
I
not
to stop?
physically moving, but I am sticking my head full in the water and looking forward.
She's
All
like,
right. Go ahead and
ah!
make me another instinct check. See what you're seeing.
I have a 12 with hope. With fear, I mean.
Oh,
Just kidding.
Oh, fear. I'll
no.
take that.
No, you won't. Put it back.
But a 12 is a success. So, however, a success with fear does lead you to, you do see something in the water below you. It is uh, uh, strikingly different shaped than everything else you're seeing. You're seeing, typical, plant life that's moving in the water. This is rigid. This is something that's stuck under the water, probably, uh, maybe like 3 yards in front of you.
Okay.
Hard to make out what it is.
How deep is it at that point? Would I have to be like
You,
fully submerged at that
no,
point, or still?
no, you could still walk out to it. It'll probably be up to your, waist or a little higher at that
Okay,
point.
I'll walk out that far.
Okay. So you walk out, and as you come close to it, you realize that this is a skeletal head of a horse.
Would I know that this was a fast decomposition for how long they've been dead, or does it seem normal?
No roll necessary. This horse's head was picked clean, eyeballs and guts and
Yeah,
sinew and everything
fully
sucked
clean.
out of it. So if this is one of the horses from this caravan, yes, it's quick, but it was not like there's no sign of decay. This is just bone.
Okay. Yeah.
So
They had it on
it's
their
either an
head.
old horse head or
Something got
it's
busy.
been something got busy real fast.
Yeah. Okay.
Ew.
Okay, now it's
At that
been
point, I'll sort of
like
just
30
stand there.
seconds.
Do you grab it? Do you take it? Like
Um, I'll just sort of stand there, and I think I'll turn around and I'll go. I think I know where the horses went,
Zin.
and just sort of stand still for a moment before I decide to slowly walk back towards the shore for now.
I am thinking
Not
predator's
touch.
den more than I am thinking a hidden grotto full of fun people to speak with.
Zin, have you seen this before?
Have I seen a horse skull in the bottom of a lake?
No, but
No.
something getting eaten up so fast.
well, it was a couple of days
That's
because you had traveled.
fast.
Sure.
That's very fast. You're
There's
from
no
these
other town that
parts.
can devour. No, I'm not.
Well, more than I am.
I stay in the town.
Well, no, I meant,
When most
yeah.
can help it.
We've come out here before.
No, I've never seen a water monster steal a horse and pick it clean within 3 days.
Thank you.
I think we are all experiencing
So-
very many new
I'm
things
pretty sure
today.
if I had, I would also be among the dead. Or it would, and we would not be having this conversation.
That's more like it.
For our sakes, I am hoping for the latter. Yes.
So it
Beauty.
seems if we want answers, we'll have to go in. Do we want to
Ah,
go now, or
Could you
does
not get the
anyone have a better
hostel and
way?
speak to
I
it?
don't know how else we will learn unless we're just gonna pretend like none of this ever happened and
uh,
Can any of us breathe underwater?
no, no.
Can
Boat.
any of us see any tracks of this beast? Again, where are we going to get one? Are we going to go back to town, see if anybody in our mostly landlocked town has a boat?
You have an axe. There are trees.
We have an
Once
entire
more, we don't
smashed
have
caravan
nails.
full
We
of
don't
wood.
have anything to make them waterproof. I. This axe is not for cutting trees.
But it could.
I am a god, not a lumberjack.
Very true. It's an entirely different axe.
Ah,
It's best used on people.
are
I can use it on
people
Ollie if you'd like. Please.
ah.
are people looking battered and bruised from that fight, or are people looking decent?
Ollie can
That
definitely
will
do.
impact what Loma does next.
Orve's fine.
Zin's also fine.
We'll just say
Ollie was the casualty.
Ollie was a bit bedraggled, and we'll leave it
Oh
at
yeah,
that.
yeah.
He's
Yeah,
always a bit
I
bedraggled
think
though.
after having woken Ollie up, I would, instead of just storming straight into the water as one instinct is telling Loma to
In the
do,
water.
she's going to use her asylum seeker ability to start looking for a place to take a short rest and be safe for a moment before we actually decide where we're going next, physically.
Okay. You guys can totally take a short rest if that is what you wish. You
How
do know that
long of a short rest?
taking a short rest uh, out here does have potential dangers.
Okay.
But they're dangers outside of the water.
Correct.
Orve is
There are
willing to.
dangers that may
Would
come from the
would
water.
my experience of asylum seeker help me find an area where we could stay more hidden and less likely to encounter those possible issues, or is that just innate from staying still in this space sort of
Um,
situation?
Obviously, some places might be more defensible than others, and I might be willing to give you a advantage if you were to find a place, but you then have to do the effort of finding the place, which means you got to go looking, and that could have its problems too, right?
Fair, yeah.
If this most of this rest is for my hit points and stuff like that, I'll manage. I'll be alright.
No, no, no. Can I? Can I give? I have a minor stamina potion. Can I gift it?
Oh, I have a health potion. And actually, oh, you know what? I can heal myself. I've got a healing spell. I've been looking
Oh.
here, trying to figure out how to make stuff waterproof or breathe underwater, and I'm like looking past mending touch every. Physician heal thyself. Okay. I am going to spend two hope during this rest and heal myself.
Okay.
Or
So
wait,
if you're taking a short
maybe I don't need a
rest,
rest. Maybe I don't need a rest. Hold on. Let me just double check. I just spend a few minutes. Yeah. So it's not a
okay.
rest per se. You can take a yeah. You lay your
So
hands upon a creature and channel healing magic. You spend a few minutes to focus on the target you're helping. You can spend two hope to clear hit point or stress. Once per long rest, if you spend this healing time learning something new about them or revealing something about yourself, you may clear two hit points or two stress instead.
Okay.
That's handy.
Because
So I guess
I'm not going to learn anything new about myself, but I will.
so you're just doing the take a couple minutes, not part of a rest.
Right.
Okay.
And so yeah, I will just kind of like sit down for a minute and like so Obviously there's one very bad bite where a little bit of sort of like the black tendrils are starting to spread up my arm a little bit. And I spend some time, and like a glow kind of comes through my hand, and I press it around it. And a couple of minutes later, it's no longer bleeding and looks much better, but there is a very clear, like, bite mark scar there where it was.
Gotcha. If you want to take the rest, though, just since we're new to this and this would be the first moment of this, discussing the possibilities and the mechanics of arrest here in the Age of Umbra campaign frame. So normally for a short rest, you can do one of four or two of these four actions, and in Age of Umbra they add a fifth one that I will explain. So you can tend to wounds. So you would clear a number of hit points equal to 1d4 plus the tier you're in, which is 1. You can do this to an ally or yourself as an action. So yourself or an ally is an action. Clear stress, describe how you blow off steam or pull yourself together, then clear a number of stress equal to 1d4 plus your tier. Repair your armor, describe how you quickly repair your armor, then clear a number of armor slots equal to 1d4 plus your tier. You can do this to an ally's armor instead of your own, one or the other. Describe how you and then prepare. Describe how you prepare yourself for the path of head, and gain a hope. If you prepare with one or more members of your party, you would each gain 2 hope in that particular case. And then the last mechanic is describe how you, it's called keep watch. You can use one of your 2 actions to keep watch. Describe how you stay vigilant against what lurks beyond your camp. When the GM makes a lurking darkness roll, which is what I have to roll when you guys take a short rest or a long rest, there's a chart, and you get to uh, you roll your hope die and choose whether to replace their roll with your roll because it's a flat d12 roll. So you would roll if you're keeping watch. I would roll, and without me telling you my result, you get to choose whether you want me to use your result or mine. If
And
you
high
if
is
you
Boy.
keep
good or
watch,
high is bad? Or low is
high is good, low is bad
okay.
on those. So that is something you can do during a rest. Obviously, the long rest is the same thing, except instead of clearing some, you clear all.
Right.
So instead of the d4 plus 1 or whatever, you would clear all wounds or whatever. But you only each get 2 of those actions per rest when you do it. So I'm saying that not to push you towards or away from resting at this time. After you cast your spell, you guys can choose to see what your resources are and where you're feeling at. Because I also know that Ollie's armor took a bunch of hits.
I mean, he dead.
Loma is also, she's still physically controlled, but there's an essence of being a little more high strung slash stressed. She's still fine. She's holding herself together, but
He has
she's
signs
on
of
a little.
stress. Right.
Hmm.
Yeah. She's physically okay. She's a little better, but
And
not much.
as far as the time mechanic goes, a short rest is an hour.
Okay.
Short rest is an hour. Okay.
Orve is going to go over to Loma.
Oh, I should say this for the future. It doesn't matter right now because you don't have swaps yet. But once you level up and you have multiple domain cards, anytime you rest, you get to swap which ones you have active if you want. Because some of them will be active and some of them will not be active once you have more things to choose from.
You said that's
So
with a long rest or a short rest? Long?
both.
Both? Okay. Um, Aura is going to go up to Loma and just kind of check in, noticing that she's got a little bit of an edge to her. Just be like, "Hey, you okay?"
Yes, and you'll notice at this point, like, now that it's been confronted, she sort of can't help but look back towards where we came from. Um, and then sort of like almost a stimming fashion, like looking back at the water where we might be headed and then back for a second. And then she looks at you after a couple of glances and she's like, I just, I want progress.
Understandable. Understandable. Just making sure you're okay.
What do you think we should do? I know you don't want to go in there, but what else would we do? What can we do?
I understand that we probably should go into the water. And she's gonna kind of, she's got her tail kind of in her hand a little bit, like a nervous tick almost, just kind of not wringing it as much as she is, just kind of smoothing along. But this does not get wet well. And I cannot swim.
I wish I could help. Could we wrap you in leaves? Would that help?
I don't think that's gonna help. If we could, I could follow along the edge of the water. I could float on a log. I have claws. Um,
Maybe we try to fashion a boat and we go further above the water first.
a
See what we
raft.
can see.
A raft. And Orve is gonna look at the wagons and stuff to see if there's like a side or a base that could be floated.
Well, there's definitely lumber. How well it floats is a question that you'd have to figure it out.
If it's
Um,
it's and
but
it's constructed so
but
it's attached to itself.
right. You have sections of
Yeah.
wagon that you could even lash together or try to manipulate in some other way, depending on what resources you all have.
Are there
Um,
some barrels as well? Like, I mean, casks or
broken
casks.
ones were left behind. Yeah.
Broken ones,
No,
but
like
not.
fully intact barrels that would.
No, anything that was salvageable, they took with them and brought to the town because that was the whole purpose.
Are there water skins
There are
or
a few,
wine
yeah.
skins? Okay, great. Orve's gonna walk over immediately and pick up any of the water or wine skins, open them, and start pouring them out.
Okay.
Just emptying them out. Um, and she's gonna kind of be like not saying anything, and then she's look like she's listening to something, and she's just like, she's gonna start blowing them up with air.
So
And
the wine will attract some more mosquitoes.
I don't care.
But
And she's gonna put the corks back in them, so they're like filled bladders because these are watertight. They're probably very airtight, and fill these up. And she's gonna kind of pull a little MacGyver move here. What's that?
She making floaties.
Yes.
I have to say, are you making yourself some floaties?
Making flotation devices to attach to the wood.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna wear them.
No. Trying
hug
to
them.
in the spirit of barrels. In
Yeah.
the spirit
no.
of barrels, trying to see as many of these as she can that might serve to help buoy
Uh-huh.
these small sections. So she's gonna look at how many who is okay with swimming, who is all right with getting in the water, and she's gonna look at the three of them.
No, we'll just raise her hand.
Okay,
Wait,
you
wait.
are you okay? She's gonna look at Ollie. Ollie, are you swimming? Are you a swimmer?
Uh, it is not my preference, but I am familiar.
Zen.
Have you ever tried to swim in chainmail?
It's what I thought. Same with the fur, not a thing. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how much this needs to hold. Somebody help me.
I can do bath.
Aura,
Yes,
I'm 7 feet tall and I have a battle axe. Those aren't going to help much.
We'll cut some
I
more
think
wood.
the flags would be a good pole to like push the raft
Yes,
with.
I
You see,
agree.
That's
It can't
could be
touch the
useful.
bottom. We're going to need paddles.
Well, that is just a sinkhole. She is standing in the other place.
It's
It
not
is
all
not
that
the
shallow.
same deep.
You assume.
I look.
Ollivander, that is deep enough for a water monster that can eat a horse to live in.
Fair point she made. There's things,
You are
big
not wrong
things.
about that. Um, I was
Also, you
looking
want
on the
us to
bright
swim in
side.
the place where there's a water monster that can eat a horse.
Um,
Again,
no, but I do want to find out what happened to the frogman and his book of maps.
okay, I'm going to
And
point
if
something out to everybody. We're looking for a frogman with maps, and we're assuming that he has gone into the water. The maps are
In a
not
case
okay
that I assume
anymore.
is waterproof.
Uh, maybe?
He's a frogman. He knows how to make waterproof things. Probably.
I think we won't know until we go in.
Ah,
and it is a swamp, so it is probably going to be both deep with sinkholes and also very shallow in other places. So we can be careful and wade. Um,
Aura is lashing the bladders now to her arms.
we can make, or
Zinnish
we
is
can
going
make
to
sure
sigh
to.
heavily, take his axe, and start hacking at what remains of the wagons and some nearby trees.
Sounds to
Um,
me like this is a group check making a raft.
and we're making a raft.
So, so we need one person to lead this, and everybody who participates can say how they want to participate. The three participants will do reaction rolls, so it doesn't count hope and fear.
Okay.
Every success on those gives a +1 to the leader to whatever they choose to do as their role. And I'm leaving this wide open for you all to decide who the leader is. It's not defined by me. You decide who the leader is and what you decide which roles or powers you're using. Reminding you guys can spend hope
Yeah.
to do things and all of that if you need reminders on those mechanics.
Who is the best with their hands, like finesse wise? I'm thinking
Uh,
tinkering.
I have a +1.
I have a
I got a
-1.
+2.
Okay.
It's me.
Loma.
The tank does not tinker. The tank breaks things.
you're
I
you're
do
a tinker, not a
tinker.
tinker. That makes perfect sense.
Um,
Right, but as far as mechanics go for this is
Yeah, yeah.
you could do the +2 for if Loma was going to lead, but Daz could do a strength roll as
To
the
gather all the
contributing
materials.
role, right? So
yeah. The
Yeah.
the putting things together and tying them tightly. I do have 50 feet of rope.
Okay.
that's also useful.
I will use my knowledge and sort of study. I've studied a lot of math and other kinds of of subjects. I've been basically locked in a library for the first 28 years of my life. Um, So I've read a ton of stuff. So I will be like drawing the plans for and trying to figure out weight distribution and like how to keep it sort of buoyant and how much of an area of a raft we need to kind of make sure that it doesn't tip over and like those kinds of things. I'm doing that stuff. I will use my knowledge to help.
Aura's gonna use her the instinct to stay out of the water because she avoids it like the plague. It
How
is.
to not be in water.
Yeah.
Yes.
A book by Orave.
Yeah.
All right,
Loma
so
definitely has made a raft-like structure, even if very small in nature, with her siblings before. So that's how she has any form of knowledge to be heading this endeavor, and is taking a lot of insight for longevity from Ollie and avoiding as much water intrusions by Aura. Obvious.
okay,
Zin's just moving stuff and tying them together as he's directed.
okay. So here's the mechanic I'm going to go with. If you um, uh, I'm going to do an average difficulty of 15 for the full check, whoever's leading. So you can get +1s from successes from other folks on their average check of 15. However, if you expend an item out of your inventory, that will lower your check by 1. So, for example, Daz, you talked about I have rope. If you're willing to say I'm using this rope and it's going to be used up because it's going to get soggy and wet and do this thing and it's going to be done, you could say you donate the rope for the +1 for yourself, if that makes sense mechanically. But then you won't have a rope after.
I mean, I can always cut the rope into sections. I have 50 feet of rope. Does this require 50 feet of rope?
Probably not.
Well, what I'm saying is the rope you probably could use a whole. I mean, you got a raft that's got to hold 4 people, one of which is large.
So maybe,
Yeah. So I would argue, yeah, probably would.
If you are concerned about it, yay, baby. Ollie can replace your rope. He's happy to do that. I also have 50 feet of rope, so if you wanted to use your rope in the construction, I could replace your rope. Ollie will also give his tent to creating this, and the reason I say tent is because likely it is oilcloth, it is probably treated and potentially waterproof, and will make a very good bottom for the raft.
Yeah,
Smart.
love it.
Cut into.
Do we have any way to secure it to the raft?
Your 50 feet of
Your
rope.
rope.
Your 50 feet of rope.
Is the rope going to hold the tent to it? Do we need to we can salvage nails from the
Yes,
the wagon.
you could do that as well.
And the wagon pieces are already assembled, most of them. We just have to assemble the assembled panels. So it's not like we're tying lots and lots and lots of things together, right? This is like Fantasy Survivor. Come on.
I'm sorry, I just have a quick question. Personal question. Brandy, who's outside? Your window?
Our neighbor, whose name I'm not going to say on stream.
Okay.
Watering his yard, though they just put a sprinkler system in.
Okay. It looked like he was in our yard just jumping up and down a second ago, and I didn't know what was going on, and I was just like...
You scared me, I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
Murder live on stream.
Who's in our yard?
I forget
He's holding up a boom. He's holding up a boombox.
Exactly.
Trying to woo
In
your wife.
your eyes. I'm like, I'm out of here. Bye.
It was just strange for a moment. It looked very strange. I think he was wrestling with a hose.
Okay, so with the windows behind me, there's bay windows looking out behind me that are open, and you say, "Who's in the yard?" And I'm like,
exactly.
What do you mean? Who's in the yard?
not to alarm you, but
Yeah, I don't mean to alarm
Welcome to
you.
Scream 9.
right.
Oh, God, it probably has been like 19 of them.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so it sounds to me like thus far, Dazen can make their reaction roll with a +1 and use whatever ability. Ollie can make their reaction roll with a +1 because of use of the canvas. And then is Orve?
Yes, instinct +2.
Are you leading?
No, I thought that Loma was.
Okay, Loma's leading. Great.
Finesse with Tinker.
Okay. So, and again, reminding you guys, you have hope you can spend if you need it.
I can't spend it just on myself. It's usually to lend someone.
Yes, you
else.
can. You can spend it on yourself.
Oh, I can just spend it to give myself advantage. Is that it?
Hold on. Let me find the right wording. So it's been a while, so I want to
I don't want to know.
get
We gotta
the
get the system right. Yeah.
system right. Yeah. So,
Welcome to Fantasy Survivor.
all right. Using hope. When you've gained hope and recorded it on your sheet, you can spend it to power special abilities, clearing it from your character sheet when you do. Hope carries over session to session, blah, blah, blah. So, help an ally, utilize an experience, initiate a tag team roll, or to activate a hope feature. So, helping an ally, you can spend a hope to help an ally who is making an action roll you could feasibly support. So, the only way to do that is you guys could spend an action, one of you could spend it to help Miranda, because the rest of you are doing reactions, which can't get the help. You all could utilize an experience, however, if you have an relevant experience, which you would add that experience as modifier, which I believe all of yours are at +2.
Mm-hmm.
So you could, if one of your experiences can be justified, you could spend a hope to add that to this roll.
I would like to jump in on that because one of my experiences is I swear I know what I'm doing.
Hey, that's a great that's a great experience.
And it's the
I love that, Brandy. Holy shit. Oh man, what a great phrase.
especially since it's avoiding water, it seems to make a lot of sense right now. So
Mm-hmm.
Right. So just so you know, that'll get you a +2 to your roll. And again, these would stack if you spent an item. So just everybody, just in terms of modifiers before you roll.
so am I
Well,
rolling with the experience?
So you would add the +2, yes,
Okay.
to whatever your normal plus is for that.
Instinct is
Or
+2,
attribute.
so I'm gonna end up with a +4.
Correct.
Okay.
And if you hit a 15, you give Miranda a +1.
Okay. So am I rolling? I guess I'm rolling. I'm rolling.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
do it.
Excellent. And hope and fear does not matter because
Okay.
this is a reaction roll.
So that's a 21.
So 21 definitely gives it a +1 to Loma when Loma makes the leadership roll.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna give my knowledge roll a try with a +1, because of the tent. Um, my experiences do not necessarily lend
Apply to
themselves.
making a to making a floating raft. No, they
They
do
do
not.
not.
Yep, that's
Um,
fair. That's a good
but a
roll, though.
That's
21
great.
will also help. So
Yep.
I drew really good diagrams.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like double
Doing-
21s.
I'm doing the actual like physical work here. I'm just being directed, so I'm doing a strength roll. I'm adding in my rope, so that's +1.
1. Yep.
And then I do have the experience of I won't let you down.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice. So
there's
if you
that
want to
too.
spend a hope, you get an additional +2.
I will spend a hope here. So strength roll.
That's a really good one too. That applies to so many situations. What a
Yep.
great phrase.
It's
Yeah,
a
those
great
are really
phrase.
good phrases, both of y'all. I
So
I
like
and
those
then
love
a
it.
that's
lot.
adding 2 to it. So
Actually, you'd add 3, right?
3.
Because you add 1 for the item and 2 for the hope. So that'd be a 17. So that's another. So you're at +3 from your colleagues, Loma.
Yep.
Are you ready?
Yes,
Direct
I'm
us to make a
ready.
raft.
My experiences do not really apply unless I stretch real hard. But it's a tinker roll, correct? So I already get +2 and then I get +3 from my allies.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So is the best way to do this, should I technically, rule of thumb, add the numbers anywhere in Fantasy Grounds?
If
Should I
you
just
if
roll
you if you if you want, you can just hover over where it says modifier in the bottom, and scroll your
Oh.
mouse wheel. Click on it and scroll your
Oh, I
mouse
see.
wheel,
Yep, cool. Thank you.
and then
I'll do
roll.
a
It
tinker
should do that.
check. I got good with hope.
So
19 with hope.
so you get a hope and you succeed. So you have made a successful floating
Yes.
raft that will hold the weight of all four of you and help you navigate through the swamps.
I told you I know what I was doing.
As we are wrapping up sort of the raft construction, Ollie will kind of come over to Daz and ask if he can sort of see your axe. And
Why?
and he will just kind of like run his kind of hand along the blade, and all the places where it was like nicked or bent or dulled at all from all of the chopping that it's not used to doing, it is now like a beautifully like honed, sharp blade, like the day it came off of the blacksmith's anvil. And so that is prestidigitation. So I can
Nice.
repair a minor item.
Nice.
I know you were concerned about your axe, and even still, you did these things for us, and so I just wanted to do a little something for you to thank you.
Zin's just gonna kind of stare at him for a minute and walk away.
So what he did in moments normally takes you an afternoon to do with a whetstone.
Yeah.
Right.
It's my quiet time. He took my quiet time away. That's how I get rid of stress. What do I do now?
Right.
Might I suggest using your axe on something?
Let's use it on you.
Yeah.
Very fast. You could probably
Loma,
catch me though. Looking at your like 7 foot frame, you could probably catch me though.
Just throw you into the water.
All right. So am I under the impression that even though you do have party members that are not devoid of stress and whatnot, you are choosing not to take a rest before you head into the swamps?
Fit.
Yeah, I think so.
Aura's good. Aura's
Zin's
just
fine.
thrilled that she doesn't have to get in the water. She's still a little
I mean,
trepidatious.
I
I
could
can always pick you up
definitely
by the scruff of your neck and just dangle you over it.
Like,
I could definitely fix my armor, right? Like Ollie would mechanically would very much benefit from a rest, but if he is the only one, he is not going to be the one to sort of force the rest. So if everybody
Loma
else is
would
sort of ready to
benefit.
go on, then we go on.
Loma would benefit, but in the way that she is stressed by the situation, she wouldn't be the first one to advocate for the wasting of time. But she will say after as long as the water has seemingly been non-harmful, even though there's been more life or presence throughout it, if it's been non-problematic through the building and through all of the interactions she's had, she will slowly start to almost very rehearsed or methodically or very precise start to slowly cup handfuls of water onto her exposed skin areas, which is really just her wrists and hands and a little bit of her neck and face, but very almost um, OCD, same number of swipes per hand, but she's not making a big deal out of it. She's just in the water doing that, and she will bring up, like, we all know the dangers of these forests and swamps can be exponential, but we don't know what we're going to encounter out there on the water, at least from what we've all discussed. Maybe we should rest just to make sure. I don't know, though. I don't know how much time is of the essence.
do do you need
And she'll just keep doing.
do you need a rest? You haven't said much. You need a rest, and I'm gonna turn around and get a little um, defensive, kind of like you would defend like your best friend or your sister. Be like, okay, I know we did all this, but I think we need to let's just take a minute
I
and
know
We're
we
just
need
going
to
to sit
find
here on
him,
the
though. I
road
don't.
and get snacks.
snacks. What about snacks? I like snacks.
I have this.
I don't have any fish. Calm down.
Ollie kind of gestures around. Not yet.
I mean, we have a rat, gestures to Ollie, but
Okay, let's go find. I'm gonna usher. I'm gonna usher Loma away from the water toward a tree where it looks comfortable and sit down and try to kind of pull her down to sit with me.
Okay. So you're forcing rest.
Kind of.
Okay. That's fine. So everybody has 2 actions. Of those actions I listed earlier, and I can repeat them if we need to, that you can do during a short rest. So there's tend to wounds, clear stress, repair armor, prepare, which gains you hope, or the keep watch, which adjusts what I have to roll at the end of the rest
Orve will keep watch.
as one of your actions. You have
Yes.
another.
Okay. I don't know about that one yet, but I do know I'll keep watch.
Okay.
I was
Zen
gonna say-
will take a minute to fix his armor because it was a little dinged up. Just a
Okay.
little bit. So there's that.
Um,
And then he'll switch watch with Aura, so she can.
You'll
do
also
whatever
do
she
a
needs to
watch.
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 2 of you doing watch. And the repair
we
armor,
under-
you would roll a d4 plus 1 to clear your armor
Ah,
damage.
Uh,
I don't know how many slots you have. So
I just
obviously
used one.
you only had 1 damage to your armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, you automatically repair that. If you had more damage to your armor, you get a d4 plus 1 back.
Yeah. No, it was just the one.
Okay.
Because I became unstoppable at some point, and I was like, no.
That's right.
So
Can't hurt me.
what else was Orve doing besides the
So,
keep watch?
not no flex here, but Aura, because she's got a bow in her last one, she didn't get all up in the business, so she doesn't have any armor damage. She doesn't have any hit points to get rid of. Her hope is full.
But you can tend someone else's wounds
Cool.
or repair someone else's armor.
I would love to help repair Ollie's armor.
Okay, give me a d4 plus 1.
D4. Just random D4.
Yep.
4,
Oh.
5.
nice.
So
Okay.
Ollie's armor is taken care of.
Yeah. That's more armor than I have.
Okay.
Because I'm not supposed to be the tank. I don't know how I ended up being that. But so,
So the
She
neurotic
invents that one.
cat lady's not so bad after all.
hey, I never.
I'm kidding.
So, Ollie, that
I am
leaves
a
you
neurotic
free.
cat lady.
Same.
Ollie, that leaves you free to do
That leaves me free to meditate and clear stress.
right. So that's a d4 plus 1. So you get
Cool, man.
to reduce
Begin
2
as you mean to
stress.
go on, and I will just do that again because I am quite stressed.
All right. Sure.
Okay. Why not? Yeah, 1 and 2. Sure.
And then Loma, what are you doing?
I will clear stress by
Okay.
sitting with Aura,
Uh-huh.
and I'm good. I'm de-stressed by that. Feels like home, relaxed, good. Same with Mother Nature. And then I will clear my health, which is only at 1. So I automatically get it, no matter what I roll.
And while Loma is sitting with Aura, you're gonna feel a almost imperceptible, but underlying, almost like a purr emanating from Aura.
All right. So before we get to the lurking darkness roll, other things happen because
Huh?
time is passing. So automatically during rests, the DM gets to roll for a short rest and add fear.
What?
I rolled a 3.
Nobody said that.
Hey, time is passing. The world does not stop.
But hang on.
So my fear is now full. And now we hit the lurking darkness roll, which is I'm going to roll a d12. Uh, 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 I think I'm going to find a d12 and roll it out here so it's not on fantasy grounds because otherwise you'll see it.
I'll run it in check.
And the two of you, and the two of you that rolled or took the watch get to roll a d12 also. So just grab a d12 and drop it in the chat,
Oh,
and
I
then
think
you can collectively decide which one we're taking.
Zen and I can just roll that privately too.
Let me find my tray.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'll take my 11. That's okay.
Nice.
Well, a 12 is better than 11,
Fair,
so
fair.
Sparkly dice, don't fail me now.
Do it, do it.
10.
Close.
So
Okay.
you two have an 11 or a 10. So obviously, I would assume you're going to take the 11. Although in this particular case, they are the same results. 10 and 11 are the same. And you actually did succeed at making a better choice because my roll was a 9. I won't always tell you what my roll was in these instances, but my roll was a 9. Yours was a 10 or an 11. So the rest happens uneventfully, and the hour passes peacefully. There is no strange occurrences, no violent episodes of creatures showing up when you don't want them to. Nothing bad happens, and you get your peaceful hour's rest, and we are able to continue on after that. So, moving forward, you are now traversing an environment. The way this is going to work is I have in front of me a d12, which currently sits on the number 12. This is a traversal environment. Um, it needs to tick down until it gets to 1 for you to succeed. You will make checks that involve your traversing of the swamp in whatever manner you choose to contribute. You each will go one at a time. We will go through everybody, and everybody has to participate until you get this down to 1. So the way this works is if you roll, you tell us what you're rolling, you describe what you're doing in order to help. You are trying to not only traverse the environment, but also track your missing ribbit, I assume is what you guys are looking for, or avoid the big giant beast. So whatever version of those things you want to do as we go through, uh, 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 and then the better your success, a critical success will drop this 12 by 3 points. A success with hope will drop it by 2. A success with fear will drop it by 1. A failure with hope will drop it. We'll make it. Will negate a drop. It'll be neutral. And a failure with fear, it counts back up 1. However, if you don't want it to count up 1, you can choose to take a stress instead.
Okay.
So,
Okay, cool.
Let's do
so
this.
Can Loma, as a kicking off point, will, after the short rest, realize that the boat, although crafted impeccably, is not very well hidden from underneath or from above prying eyes, and we still have to deal with possible other issues other than what we're hunting. So I will quickly grab any bits of swamp gunk, mud, anything, and very gently be scooping it up and putting it onto the boat to try to hide with a finesse roll and make
excellent.
us less perceivable to outside dangers.
And again, these are all real rolls. Again, I know I'm maxed out on fear right now, so rolling with fear doesn't have the same problems that it normally would.
Nice to
However,
flex.
however, you guys can spend hope and use experiences, or you guys can assist each other by spending hope and giving advantage. So,
I would like to spend a hope and give advantage.
all right.
Cool.
So you assist Loma, which gives Loma advantage, which is
Am I hide?
um, an extra d6. Right,
D6?
right.
23 with fear.
Okay, so that is definitely a success with fear. So this will tick down one. So we are now at 11.
Okay, have we gotten
As
on?
you do feel like you have carefully uh, camouflaged this raft so that at least by more than anything it smells more natural and less like it's something from the biped in the area. It smells more of the swamp.
Okay.
And quickly before getting on the craft, we'll wash our hands.
Yes.
Okay, so are we on the boat now, the
Yeah.
raft? Okay.
Yep.
Um, I guess Aura's gonna kind of be looking around using her instinct.
Okay. Trying to make sure you keep an eye out for problems,
Yeah.
etc. Okay.
Okay, so do I roll?
Yeah.
Alright. Uh, nope, that's not
Your
what I wanted.
target number is a 12.
13 with fear.
All right, so that ticks it down by one. We are now at a 10 on the die. You do notice that there are some denizens out here that are giving you all a wide berth because you're actually a big creature right now to them.
Right.
Because you are a large thing moving through the swamp that doesn't normally have things this large, except for maybe one other thing that lives here.
I
So the other creatures are giving a wide berth
I am gonna,
to
as I
you.
do that, I am gonna again kind of look down at my shoulder and be like, okay, okay, all right. So we should probably try to move slowly so that we don't draw attention. Okay, see, I told them.
Is there any other way that we could move right now? We don't.
I just had to mention it, and I'm going to glare again down to my side.
Ollie starts watching your shoulder very closely.
That's it. That's mine.
All right. Who's next?
I mean, I'm busy staring at a point that's about 3 inches above
Right there.
Orve's shoulder. No, I because I found the tracks sort of leading into the swamp. Ollie will sort of analyze the area and kind of consider like the trajectory and things like that and try to predict where we will be able to like pick up the tracks again. So I'm gonna like analyze the situation, try to figure out his most likely direction, right? Because we're
Excellent.
sort of in the middle of the water right now. There's not a whole lot of tracking to be done, but just sort of, based on, where he was going and all of the kind of the terrain that we're kind of in and, what the plants look like that, maybe are more like the ones that are safe. You know what I mean? Like we kind of know what those look like now, the good swamp plants, sort of a little bit. So, anyway, I'm trying to use my knowledge to guide us, is what I'm getting
Okay.
at.
I assume.
So that is an 18 success with hope.
Woohoo.
Yay!
Nice. You take that hope, and 18 success with hope will tick it down by two. We're down to an 8 on the die. Yes, you do find some drier areas where you do find some potential tracks to follow that lead you to believe you are on the trail of your ribbit friend, and you are successfully navigating those. It causes you to go to different areas of the swamp. There may be moments here where you have to get out of the actual water and lift the uh, raft into another section of water and then continue. So you're not like always in water. as far as that goes. So feel free to take that into account as well. So there is an opportunity for tracking, like you just said. All right. Yeah.
Um, I assume Zen is like the main person, one of the people paddling. I assume there needs to be two of us. So as they do that, they're also just like looking into the water, in front and to the side of them, always trying to make sure that whatever the giant creature that's most likely going to eat everybody, is they have at least some warning.
All right. Go ahead and give me. Is that a? You want to do a
I think
uh,
I'll do instinct. That's for the
instinct?
hex.
Okay. Yeah. As you navigate,
Oh, why?
that's
A
okay.
12 with fear.
A 12 does still succeed, so that is a success with fear, which ticks down by one. So you are at a 7 now. And I am full up on fear at the moment, so that doesn't help me at all. But you are definitely able to continue navigating through the swamp and maneuvering the ship as or the raft as needed. However, at this moment, I am going to spend a fear, and I need a reaction roll from all of you. An agility roll, please.
Okay.
How rude. There it goes. There we
Ooh,
go.
critical
Ollie's
success with
back.
hope. Haha.
This is no. This is
17 with
this is a
hope.
reaction.
Oh, I don't get the
This is a
hope. Okay,
reaction. You don't get the hope.
fine.
This is a reaction roll.
But I had a critical
But
success.
the
Big
DC was 12,
Big
right?
12.
So it looks like sorry, I can't put 12 because it makes me choose one of these free done. Oh, maybe I guess I can. There we go. I'll just leave the difficulty blank. I wish it would let me roll that up and down. So 12 is your target. So it looks like uh, Ollie got a 12. Orve got a critical success, so you do get to gain a hope and clear a stress if you had one.
Haha, there we go.
Oh, everybody made it. Okay. So what happened in this particular instance is the raft hit something large underneath it, and you all kept your footing and didn't either fall off the side or what have you. So you all kept your footing. But that then we're at a 7, so we are able to continue. Who would like to go next?
Seeing scenes and doing most of the heavy lifting of the paddling, I will not having another paddle, just slowly start putting my arm in with my hand out to slow down the water to help control us with my finesse.
Ah,
To
nice.
guide through like a second paddler doing direction,
Nice.
but just with my arms. I'm just sticking my hands in the water like a weirdo.
Okay. Give me a finesse roll.
Be
Cool.
quite careful you
Control.
don't lose one of those.
Reminder
It
of the
may be
Yeah,
kids
something
like
that might
sticking their
22.
hand out the car window.
Oh,
That
yeah,
takes you
seriously.
down by 2, so we're at a 5 now. Yeah, that definitely starts to help, and you start to traverse the waters a little bit easier.
Orve is feeling a little less neurotic about being on the water as we have done fairly well up till this point.
Yeah.
And under instinct is navigate. So using instinct, she's gonna try to help direct the raft in the right direction.
Okay.
I don't know, with sheer willpower. I'm not sure because she's not putting her hands in the water. That's not happening
Well,
at all.
navigation could be discussed
Go
too,
that way.
right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, totally.
It's not touching the water. It's not happening. 14 with fear.
Okay, so I will gain that fear back. But you do get a success with fear, so that ticks down to 4. So you are able to navigate through this area of the swamp. It is starting to get a little drier in this region, so a little less water makes moving a little bit more difficult. You might have to, again, like step out on a dry spot and maneuver and find another wet area, but you're able to do so.
Okay. Um, Aura's gonna elbow Zen. Do something. Use your axe.
Do what?
Like, to push it. Something. It's like hard to push because it's like so shallow.
Or we could get off the raft and I could move it.
I'm all about that, but
You can stay on it. You weigh like 2 pounds.
I know. We gotta keep going. Use your strength. Do something. Get us out of here.
Why is it always up to me? Why am I?
I just did something. Come on now.
You hiss at the water every time we smash. Zin's just grumpy.
So am I.
We're both like, we don't want to be here.
I know.
We're
been a long
monitoring
day
the
for
children.
Just shove us across the water. You beast, do it.
I did.
You know, you know what I've found really helps motivate people that are like friendly with me is calling them like beast
It
and
was a
stuff like that. I feel like
compliment. The strength.
that really gets people going.
Hey, I'm a cat person. I'm a beast myself.
So whose action is next?
So are we stuck? Or
No.
is it
No.
harder to move?
I just want to.
You're not stuck.
No,
You haven't got
no,
stuck.
we just you and I have yet to take our actions in this
I'm
round
being
of
an action bully.
things
Sorry.
that we're doing. So- yeah, go ahead.
I will take Aura's suggestion. But I won't use I'm gonna use the paddle to try to like push into slightly deeper areas so that we can move just a little faster and we're not gonna get stuck on anything. Which will again be strength.
Yeah, do it.
It's a 5.
Oh, that is a failure with fear, which will tick us up by
That
one
was
unless.
hope.
That was hope.
Oh, failure with hope. Oh, never mind. Damn it.
Uh huh.
So nothing
3.
advances.
Take
Nothing
a
changes.
fear, puppet.
Nothing changes. Nothing changes. So it doesn't tick up or down in that particular case. So you struggle with this effort and make no advancement in this moment. What do you got, Ollie?
Well, we have been tracking and moving and doing all of this stuff, and nobody has been looking for the beastie. So
I've
Ollie
been
is
looking
going to
out for the
be
beastie.
very, very carefully, like perceiving the shadows and looking
Yeah.
around, trying to catch any sight of movement. And Ollie is at home in the shadows, you see.
Oh,
Um, so I will spend a hope to gain +2 on this from my
nice.
experiences.
Nice. Do it.
Okay, so this is at a +2 instinct roll to perceive or sense, I guess, to try and
Mm-hmm.
look for the beastie. Let's hit her beastie. That is a critical success.
Yeah.
That is a critical success, which ticks you down by 3. And you were at 5?
Mm-hmm.
So that's down to a 2.
Loma.
And you do feel like you are not being watched. You do not sense the presence of this large beastie in this area. As a matter of fact, you almost hear more natural noises of a swamp in this moment that makes you a little bit more at ease.
To be fair, Aura is literally only concerned with is she getting wet or not. Not paying attention to anything else.
Right. All right, who's next? You are
Since
really
this is a
close.
handmade craft, aside from navigating with my arms,
since it's going oh so well. I'm slowly gonna start to look around the boat to make sure that there's no like little holes or what have you that I could possibly tinker and make sure that our boat isn't sinking to
Nice.
keep moving forward
Fair
so that
enough.
we don't end up from all of these going to higher and lower water. I'm sure we've taken
Yeah,
some bumpy bumps.
for sure.
If you get a
I'm gonna
critical failure, you
tinker.
could put a hole in the raft.
I could. This is a failure with hope, though. So hopefully.
Fail with hope. Nothing changes. So you are not having any success. You spend some time trying to make some minor repairs and whatnot. You don't think that was that successful, but you also don't feel like this is going to sink anytime soon,
Yeah.
right? You
I
know,
just sort of got distracted.
sure, fair enough. Who's next?
I will. I will use my navigation once again because I have it to try to get us. I am
Oh,
solely focused on.
I missed it after the second round. I'll burn another fear at that point. So I need everyone to make me the same thing, agility checks again. These are just reactions. So hope and fear don't matter. Man, you guys are good at those. All right.
We're some agile
Suc-
people.
Successes across
Shockingly,
the
in
board.
somebody's case.
Again, you hit a large log underneath the water that no one noticed, but it does not dump anybody over the side.
That's lovely.
Uh, so go ahead back to your plan.
Oh, I'm continuing. I am really, really, really focused on the fact that dryness is coming. There's more dry spots than there are wet,
Yes.
and I am eagerly looking for the driest pathway to get us out of this awfulness. So I'm going to use my instinct.
Most excellent. Go for it.
17 with fear.
Oh, I get that fear back. Success with fear ticks you down by 1. We are at 1, which is what you needed to be at. So you have traversed through the swamp and made your way to a section where it has gotten relatively dry, but you see another one of those kind of larger sinkhole-ish pools of water. And there is a glow coming from it, similar to the glow that the flower had, but much stronger. And I need everyone to make me instinct rolls. These are reactions.
Okay.
So 9, 10, 15, 10. So it looks like Loma, you not only see this glowing in the water, but you're also noticing the occasional air bubble come up from the water. And then as you're noticing that, all of you hear a large amount of buzzing of mosquitoes that have been stirred up by your presence. And as you turn and look, these are no normal mosquitoes. These are Umbra touched mosquitoes. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Are you kidding me?
Ah.
That is quite literally the worst thing I've ever heard. Zombie fucking mosquito clouds. I hate it. Holy shit.
Does anybody have
Go to the
fireball?
flower.
Fireball, right?
That is, as a former Floridian, that is quite literally my fucking nightmare.
So I feel like next session, Zen's just gonna grab everybody and jump towards the if they see the light.
Yeah,
Excellent, excellent.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Aura, in the water.
So, ah! She's gonna be like the cat that's clinging to your shoulders and your hair. Like,
All right, we are Dicey Decisions. This is our Tales by Pyrelight campaign, playing Daggerheart. Super excited to
Jumanji
get back to
mosquitoes.
this. Jumanji mosquitoes. Excellent. Uh, Excited to get back to this. We'll hopefully be a little bit more regular, at least for the time being, over the summer as best as we can. Shooting for 2 weeks from today for our next session. So look for us then. Check us out. Come visit us. Join our Discord. Join our community. We gain our players from our Discord. We do one shots where we invite local community folks to play with us if they want to, and we build our network of gamers that way. So come join us. Check out our Friday night campaign and our Monday night campaign, D&D campaigns as well, and we will catch you next time on Dicey Decisions.
Bye.
Good
Bye.
night.
Bye.